Chairman, Board, thank you, Sheriff John DiAugustini. This is I prepared a speech, and it sounds like I'm preaching to the choir, and God bless you for that. But I'm going to go ahead, and because there's some other things in here that I think are important as well. First of all, I commend you for taking this opportunity to express the concerns about this listing of the Sierra yellow-legged frog and this designation of critical habitat. As you know, the issue has potential to significantly impact over a dozen counties in the state and over 2 million acres across the Sierra Nevada mountains. I pray that more counties will follow your lead in the engagement of yet another example of another federal bureaucracy. This is a copy of the United States Constitution. It includes the Declaration of Independence and all the amendments. The original document is about 6 pages long, big pages, and includes also the transmittal letter to Congress. This is more than 100 pages. This is the Federal Register's notice about the 2 frogs and a toad. Within these pages there are over 300 unique scientific sources that are referenced, and many of them are cited dozens of times, and it's ridiculous. What's more frustrating is the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service is not interested in whether our citizens support or oppose this proposal. People are only allowed to comment on whether the science is correct or not. This system, established by the federal government, invites only the participation of scientists and attorneys, and excludes every citizen. The whole issue of frogs and toads is being driven by a team of attorneys whose business is to find minor omissions or alleged inconsistencies within the federal documents on which they can bring lawsuits to prohibit the public's use of the public land. And it won't end with the designation of the habitat for frogs and toads. In fact, it's just the beginning. These 3 species are the first in a long line of other critters the federal government will use to keep the people out of our forests and other public areas. This isn't the first time they've tried it. This won't be the last time. While the county government should take every effort to participate and comment on these proposals within the confines of the law, I can't help but feel that the listing of endangered species and the designation of critical habitat is a foregone conclusion. In a recent example of this, we just learned this past Friday that the Eldorado National Forest is closing 18 roads, public roads, to off-highway vehicle use, again as a result of the lawsuit. While I commend you and your staff for being one of the few jurisdictions that have taken the time to comment, comment alone is proving to be insufficient. I believe now it's time to fight back. Last week I took a significant first step, and you'll be receiving notice of that probably this afternoon or tomorrow, in helping the public regain control of our local forest by beginning the process to revoke the state peace officer authority of the U.S. Forest Service's local law enforcement officers. I would like to recommend that we also begin identifying dedicated resources to assist the county and its elected leadership in withstanding the tidal wave of federal actions, which is drowning the common person's ability to enjoy public lands. This may require that you hire staff with expertise in these areas, environmental or scientific consultants of your own, to wade through and decipher the reams of documentation allegedly supporting these decisions, or legal services to formally challenge these actions. I would further suggest that the County of Eldorado organize and host a regional meeting of local agencies affected by this latest frog proposal, with the goal of developing and coordinating strategy for defending our citizens, followed by a regional town hall to help educate our constituents about what is at stake. I'm all for responsible management of our resources, but the resources should be managed in a way that best meets human needs. Unfortunately, the federal government has lost sight of this fact, has lost sight of the fact that it was established to serve the people, and its priorities are now, in my opinion, upside down. I stand ready to work with you on any strategy to help ensure the public's right to public land, and will use any authority at my disposal to help ensure that the needs of human beings take priority over bugs, birds, and frogs. Thank you very much.
Thank you, John.